Welcome to the Bearded Barbarian! Welcome everybody. Today we're going to do a little bit of a toy review, and we're going to show you a little bit of a video that we recorded at Disney World last week. I went to Galaxy's Edge in Disney World and went to Droid Depot. If people aren't that familiar, it's where you can go ahead and build your own droid. So I wanted to go ahead and do that. It was an experience I wanted to have when we went to Disney. And I'm going to talk a little bit about it. The first part of the video is going to be a video footage while inside Droid Depot and me trying to assemble it. And then the next part of the video will be the review and showing you the results of what did I end up getting. So enjoy the first part of the video and we'll be back. As we wait in line, the equivalent to the Fast Pass line, the pre-book line, you'll see there is a cage with a bunch of different robot parts in there to choose from. And as we pan around, you can sort of see some different robot designs that you can't really pick from. They're just sort of there for, for show and so on and so forth. There's a lot of booths in here. There's probably equivalent to about 15 different booths with families assembling their robot and setting things up. We'll get to that part shortly. Once we pay here, we're going to go over to our right where we'll be at the conveyor belt. And in the conveyor belt line, you're going to see a lot of different things. As you can see, there are bodies in there, heads in there, legs in there of a variety of different colors and styles to pick from. There's a chart too in the back of what you're looking to purchase and buy. And then you'll go over to the other area where we'll actually go to assemble once we've selected. I need to figure out how to assemble this thing now. This is where we get into some work check. Order for this? I'm not doing so good. I'm not very handy. I just wanted that. I got one leg on him. I'm not sure if that was what I was supposed to do.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to go ahead and help you guys open this up. And essentially, you're just following along with 4 pictures right over here. Now, at the very bottom of this picture, you'll notice that there are wires on the feet. The wires are going to be facing you. So this leg will be on this side of the droid.
Okay.
Go ahead and put that right on. To make sure it stays attached, you're just going to use this little drill right up here. And right over here, attach it. Apply pressure and just keep spinning.
Does it matter which way it's facing?
Nope. As long as you keep spinning it around the base.
Like that?
Yep. There we go. Okay. All right, now you're going to go ahead and decorate with these 2 bins right over here. Okay. Number 4, these smaller parts are going to go over here. And then right over here, they'll go on the legs.
What do you think about blue?
Now with the R-Series, these will decorate your legs. Decorate the front of your droid. You can choose whatever color you want.
How's that?
Just remember when you put the legs on, the wires in the front. Just
and then there's supposed to be something here? No.
It's just for the legs right over here. They're going to be on the very side.
I guess I was going to say black.
I can try to find another one.
Maybe it should be blue or black. I'm sorry.
Something else needs to be blue.
Blue like that?
Something.
I'm sorry, do you have any blue ones?
Blue ones, yes. We go ahead and grab them.
Or should I mix it with one red, one blue? No, I think I'll stick with blue. Looks pretty cool. I like how it looks. This is where I think his chip goes, right in here. Oh, thank you.
Alright, now we are ready to activate our droid. So, I'm going to go ahead and place them right here. Activate it. Go ahead and press the activation button. Perfect. Are going to go forward. Right over here you have your forward and backwards button. Left and right. This will move the head left and right. And of course we have sound on the very bottom. This very top button has a pairing button in case they ever get disconnected from each other. And if you ever need to turn your droid on or off, there's a little switch right over here. Now your droid will take AA batteries and that'll be in the very back of your unit right over here. Do we have any questions so far? Alright, give it a try. Yeah, he will go wherever you tell him. Very good.
How many different sounds does he make?
Huh?
How many different sounds does he make?
He goes through a cycle of them, and then if you ever want to change the sound, you just open up this door, and you're able to put a personality chip in, and he'll get another cycle of sounds as well.
Do you guys sell more?
Right behind you.
Okay, very good.
Alright, now does your droid have a name?
Not yet, I need to name it.
Alright. That'll be your homework, come up with a good name for him.
Alright.
In the meantime, he'll just hang out right over here. After about 15 minutes, he will turn off on his own to wake you back up and start him on time. And you're all set.
Thank you very much. Alright. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the video. Saw a little bit about how the droids were being made and a couple of different options you had. There were two options of droids to pick. BB-8 version, the ball with a little head, and then the R2 similar type of units. And there were a lot of options to pick from, and it can be really confusing and so on and so forth. So they do rush you a bit, so they don't want you waiting around there. There's a lot of people trying to have droids made. So you have to sort of think quickly or plan ahead or so on and so forth. And hopefully this video will give you some ideas, some of the options you have and things like that. And we'll show you what I ended up picking, okay? And we'll see if you liked it or not. The first thing I'll show you is the box that you get comes free. They try to sell you a backpack, which is cool, that you can get. And it can also, you can also pick up a chip. It'll come with a chip, a backpack, and the unit for, I believe it was $180. Or you can just get the droid for $100. I didn't really want the backpack because I'm not really going to be toting it around like it's my son or anything like that. So I just felt like I'm going to put it on display. I'll have it up in my background in future videos. But basically, I didn't want to really, feel like I needed that. The chip you can get separately if you just want to get that. I looked at a bunch, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. But this is the free box that they give you if you just get the droid, okay? And next is my droid. Okay, and this is R2 Clee2. Okay, he looks a little bit like R2D2, there are some children that call me Clee, so we decided we'd sort of blend the two and come up with R2 Clee2. So that's his name. It was a lot of fun making him. It didn't take long, as you can see in the video. You go through and you basically pick up the legs. Which come as one unit. You can get, I think they were white, blue, red, gray, black, and then you get the center leg. You can get a different color if you want to do that. I don't really like sort of hodgepodge, so I sort of picked the same one, and you get the same colors in that. You can get a different body. And this is the bait. You can get a white one. I think there was a gray one. There are a lot of different choices in there that you can pick. So you can sort of plan ahead. Then you can get the domed heads. You can get sort of a triangular head, an octagon looking head. There's a lot of different choices. I kind of like the traditional round ones. The one that was just like R2-D2, I didn't really like that as much. I kind of like the clear, which is what I got. You can sort of see some of the wiring underneath, which I thought was cool. You could sort of see that. So it's sort of reminiscent of R2-D2 from that perspective, but a little bit different where it's clear. I like the black legs. I just thought it was kind of a tougher look, and I just thought that was kind of neat. So I picked that. So once you do is you pick those different items, those 1, 2, 3, 4 items, and you bring it over to the little table and they show you how to put it together. And then you can, you just have a drill that comes down, you screw 2 little pieces in, and then you pop the other side. The rest snaps on. You just kind of snap it on and show you a little bit how to do that. I added a couple pieces. You can see this little blue piece on the side. I added those. You could have picked black and had it sort of, I just kind of like the blue and black look together. These 2 pieces in the front you could add. I put blue and I chose to do red, something a little bit different on the thing. And then that was basically it. There wasn't really a lot of options. It came out really nice, I thought. I thought it was a lot of fun. And then they go through a whole process of animating the droid. It's like a Frankenstein kind of situation. We're going to bring the droid to life. It's a lot of fun. If you have children, they really enjoyed that. I was just being a big child that day, so I sort of enjoyed what I got. And basically, this is what we ended up with for our droid. He's sort of posable. His legs move around a little bit. You can stand him straight up. And it sort of stands like that if you want to pose him that way. But to drive him around, you just move it this way, and then you pose the feet down, because you got to have the wheels on the ground. Okay, like so. And then you just pose this foot back. And so he's sort of all on the ground, just like R2-D2 used to be, and so on and so forth. Comes with a remote, sort of a very basic remote. All the remotes are the same. You can't get different colors or anything like that I'm aware of. And there are different things that they do. The first one is to pair it. You don't need to do that unless you've paired it one time before. This is the forward and backward button. So you just go, and he moves kind of quick. He does move quickly. So forward, backwards, right and left. He rotates right or left. And then the bottom button here, you'll see this one right here. And it does different. It's the basic R2-D2 sound that you get. There were, I believe, 6 or 8 different chips you can get. Some were like resistance ones, and some were the Sith ones, and a bunch of other different ones you can pick. The problem with it was so noisy in that place. You could not hear anything. I had my ear pressed right down to it as I was picking. There's like a little board you can pick and choose the different sounds. I couldn't hear any of them. And it's like, I think it's like $18 or $17 a piece per chip. And so it ends up racking up to quite a bit of money if you wanted to do those. They said you can't get them anywhere else, but I don't know. I think you probably could find a place to get them if they said, oh, you got to get them now. They're trying to sell it to you now, of course. So I just decided not to get one because I didn't really want to get one that I didn't like because I couldn't hear. I wish that you had some headphones they could put on. Maybe that was a suggestion that they could have, but it was really super noisy in there. And the lines were something else. Getting in line, booking this in advance, we didn't book anything until the day of. We just thought you could walk up and choose the thing. And there was a wait line you can get in. There were a tremendous amount of people in the wait line. But if you book in advance, you go, it's almost like a fast pass. You go to the front, you pay your amount, and then you go right in, and you're not having to wait in a bunch of lines. So my recommendation, if you're going to Disney World, go to Droid Depot, book it in advance. Download the My Disney app and go on there and book that experience. And then just, you're ready to go when it's time. And just plan ahead as best you can. And sort of be flexible when it comes to those things. But I thought it was a really cool droid. I hope you like it. He sort of spins around a lot. I don't know that I'll necessarily drive him around a lot. There are some people that have, that have really customized them a lot and painted them, custom paint jobs and stuff. And that's really cool. I wish I could weather him. I'm going to try to see if I can weather him a little bit, just so that he looks more like a real R2 unit or something like that. But it was a lot of fun. $100, take it or leave it as far as that. Remote control cars, depending on what kind you get, you're going to probably spend $65, $70, and you got the fun of doing this and so on and so forth. So I thought it was a lot of fun. I would definitely go and do it again. I don't know that I would necessarily get this. I looked at some videos before I went, and some people did the BB-8 units. They were very hard to control. I saw some people were not as happy with them. So this is the one I chose to get because I just thought it was a little more traditional. I liked it, and hopefully you like the design. You know, give me your 2 cents down below and let me know if you like this design. It is a bit R2-ish, but I kind of like the style that I picked. I like the clear top, so go forward. And, you know, if you like that, let me know. Thank you for tuning in today. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends, share this video as best you can, and thanks for coming. Bye from the Bearded Barbarian.